My name is Bob Nagle, and welcome to the Quad B channel. July 21st. Golden rays of sunshine once again. Once again, I want that proof. That's not a fallacy. My own mind. It's like 80 degrees once again. Jim Couture is done for the day. So I talked about my case against City of Northampton Police Department. And as far as the court goes, as far as when people with mental illness or bipolar disorder deal with the police, and say you end up, because like I had this case, it was legit. I said I went to the DOJ and I'm waiting for their records. And oh Christ, I lost my train of thought there. Once again, this spatial memory thing. I apologize. Dang, I apologize. Yeah, so it was a legit case. So what, thank God, I could kind of remember, I went to a bunch of attorneys and tried to get some, see what I could do as far as civil lawsuit goes. And, we paid $500 to one attorney. And we sent volumes, like we sent to the Justice Department, volumes and volumes of, volumes, trove of documents. And then we have a conversation. All it was a conversation, $500, right? And so we go through the stuff. He didn't even read the stuff, man. And like I said, I've gone to other attorneys. And, as far as, it's not trying to get money. It's trying to get recognition that they did something wrong maliciously, the police, because I'm living with bipolar. So, and then you go to court. Like I said, my wife worked in court, right, for 20 years in probate, which had, guardianships and, whatever it is. There's another term, conservatorship. And conservatorships is more relevant, I guess. And she said if they didn't have an attorney, right, which is cost prohibitive, right? And if you don't have an attorney and they ask you questions, now hypothetically, if I was in there under a situation, she had seen this specific judge, actually with Massachusetts marijuana is legal, but at that point it wasn't, it was medical marijuana, and she would take away the cards, obviously akin to our Supreme Court, not really adherent to what the law is. It's just my own mind. So the person with bipolar, hypothetically, if it's me, as you can probably tell, I'm not too stable as far as conversations go. And I feel wrong, right? Even if I'm in an official setting, I would try to control myself, but what happens if I couldn't? And then if you're sitting there, because it's such, the judge, as soon as you say you're bipolar, the other attorney would say, do you take medication? How's your memory? You will be less than in the court of law on the stand. Say you're in that hypothetical, you don't have an attorney. So, you have to represent yourself. What do you have to say? What do you have to say? So, it's like when I talk to people, I finish the sentences. I'd be finishing the sentences if I had that, I don't know, from the defense table or whatever it is. So that's a complete disadvantage. So society does not look at us any other way. The able-minded does not look at us any way than less than. In the court of law, you're not seen as soon as you get in there as being an equal, like I say. As soon as you say that, attorney's going to jump on it. The judge is going to, like that arbitrary judge who thinks you can take away cards prescribed by a doctor with and then go back to, my wife said this one judge would go back to the psycho, whatever that's called, the manual, and that would be her education. Say this and that about bipolar, kind of brush it aside, because you can control that. They don't say, once again, visible and invisible. So this is a disadvantage that's always, is that ever going to change? No, man, because one of the defenses, like I told you when I had that senior citizen, that was a friend of mine, I went to court with her, she was on tranquilizers, she was going blind, and they had her money stolen. They banged on a tranquilizer thing, and she freaking lost her case, man, and that degenerate walked because she could articulate her viewpoint and not keep, because you look peeved even if you don't say anything. I would look peeved. I get, you still get the bipolar eyes are bugging on your head. This is really bothering me because, like I said, I had a legit case. Went to the DOJ. It was a ADA complaint, and it's 90 days to give you a decision. And when I went past 90 days, and then I started calling, like I've said before, it was, obviously a case that they felt was valid. And as soon as I find that out, the civil issue is the civil right issue. Is how can they do that to me? Because they can do that to any of us that are bipolar. If you have neighbors that think this might sound paranoid, but that, you're a little off and you do things, or, I talk to myself, Like I said, it's the only one to listen. And, it's just, you're at a complete disadvantage if they call an able-minded, like I found an able-minded person. I just go off, and not go off, but that whole thing finish. The cop would be saying something, and I'd say, we'd go, so what were you doing today? Cognitive disinhibition, not conducive to law enforcement, right? Listen. When I was a kid, I tried to get this right, man. I went to a child psychologist, and the kid couldn't help me. That was Rodney Dangerfield. I'm sorry, I find that funny. Hey, mad power, man. And listen, this is important, I think. There's nothing there for us legally. I'm trying to set something up here, and maybe they can look at it. Whatever. I don't know. But I'm giving up with it, man. I'm not giving up with this. I'll be indefatigable. Continual, right? I don't know, man. That's what this is about, this living with bipolar. Once again, mad power, man. And there's no rainbow until the rain.
Florida, baby. My name's Bob Nagle, and welcome to the Quad B channel. I'm committed daily to doing a bipolar video journal, chronicling what it's like living with bipolar. All bipolar experiences are individualistic. And once again, all mine are an individual. This is a video introspection. I'm hoping to look back on this after a year, engage where my moods were, and maybe find an answer through my own intrigue.